Hello guys, good morning. Welcome back to another countryside vlog. My name is Haoma_KE. Thank you guys for the love and support that you've shown me in my videos. I have been receiving new subscribers for the past 1 week and I really appreciate to my new subscribers. Welcome to this tiny family. We accept all visitors. We have so much space in here. And I am super grateful for all the love and support that I have received. So for breakfast today, I'm taking porridge, but I always cook porridge every single day because I have a small child. And the reason why I'm using firewood to cook my porridge is that the porridge flour contains around 7 ingredients. So cooking with gas, it will take a lot of time and also a lot of energy. So I'm going to let my porridge cook as I go to the farm just to harvest a few vegetables to give out to my duck. And I have the collard greens, or here in Kenya we call kales. In Kiswahili we call sukuma wiki. So my collard greens are suckers kales. And the reason why I plant the suckers kales is because they stay in the farm for a very long time. Like mine have stayed for around 1 year. And what I always do, I just pluck the suckers and then replant again. So that's what I always do. So today I'm picking just the ones that are a little bit drier. I eat my sukuma wiki with the birds. So that's the reason why you see some have been eaten by the birds. So, because I'm going to feed these scales to the ducks, I'm not going to wash them. And it's not bad because I do organic farming, so I do not spray any chemical to the kales or to my vegetables. So they are conducive to any animal or any poultry. So I do not allow my ducks on this other side of the farm because they're very destructive. They love eating vegetables or any farm crop. So they have been confined in the other side of the farm, which is okay. And they're free range, so it means they just walk around and feed on anything they find on the ground. And maybe that's the reason why their meat is sweeter than the birds that have been confined and they're being fed the store-bought feeds. So let me go and feed them and then I'll be back to take my breakfast. And then after taking my breakfast, now I can head on to the farm to plant my vegetables for today. If you have reared ducks, you can attest to it. It is one of the easiest birds to rear. I know most people do not like duck meat, but I always say it depends on how you prepare your meat. That's what can determine if it is sweet or not. But since I started rearing the ducks, maybe if somebody has stolen them, but they have never gotten sick, I've never treated them. They are free range, they just walk around and they are good to go. I am still thinking of rearing chicken again because I had them before and they died from outbreak. So I'm still thinking of rearing chicken because I love chicken meat. So, but the stress that chicken give me, and with our compound, the way it is big, Most of the time it's eaten by birds. So my porridge is ready. I do not put milk in my porridge. One of the reasons why I do not put milk is when my first child was smaller, I used to struggle with lack of iron in his body. And one day I asked the doctor why I keep on coming to the hospital, and they say he has low blood. So the doctor said, "How do you cook your porridge?" I said, "I put milk." So the doctor said, "Do not put milk. When you put milk in your porridge, it breaks down the iron in your porridge." So that's the reason why I do not put milk in my baby's porridge or any other porridge that I cook. So mine, I have put lemon. So let me take my porridge, then head on to the farm. The weather today is very gloomy, and I know it will rain early today. So that's the reason why I'm doing my farm work early, because if I delay even a little bit, it will start to rain and I'll be unable to plant. But the good thing about living in the countryside is that the weather changes anytime and the sun comes out at any point of the day. So today I'm going to plant three types of vegetables. So that is the slender leaf, the jute leaves, and also I'm going to plant some cucumber today. So I always want to plant different types of vegetables, but most of the time here in the village, it is very hard to get uh, many types of vegetables. So most of the time, I rely on the seeds that I always save after planting a certain vegetable. And so right now, I'm starting with the uh, slender leaf. The slender leaf, the other name for slender leaf here in the village is mito. If you're Kenyan and you come from the western parts of Kenya, you know this type of vegetable. There are two varieties. There's one that is bitter and there's this one that is not too bitter. I really love planting or growing the indigenous vegetables. So in my farm, I have most of the vegetables that are very indigenous. This is because they have a lot of nutrients. And when you're covering these small seeds, make sure you just cover with very little soil, or you can just pour a dry grass on top. This is to prevent it from rotting before it even germinates. So that's how I plant my slender leaf. So I'm also going to plant the jute leaves. The jute leaves, the common or the local name for jute leaves is the murere. Here in Western Kenya, Luyaland, we really love murere or the jute leaves. And most of the time, most homes, we combine the jute leaves and the cowpeas leaves. And sometimes there are some people who combine the slender leaf and the jute leaves. So that's how we cook our vegetables here in the village. And if you feel like they are too small, the spacing will be a problem to you. You can mix it with dry soil or the compost manure and then plant it. So I have let the slender leaf and also the jute leaves to mature in the farm so that I can harvest the seeds. This is how I get my organic seeds here in the farm, and I'm sure this time around I'm going to have a lot of seeds. So I'm just going to harvest them and then dry them. I'll use them in another season. If you've been here for some time now, you know I had planted some cucumbers, they matured, and then we had to harvest all of them. So I'm still eating some in my fridge, but today I decided to now plant some more cucumbers. So what I always do, I just dig some holes and then pour compost manure, and then I drop a few seeds in each and every hole, like 4 seeds, and they are okay. So that's how I plant my cucumbers. And if you can remember the other set of cucumbers, they really did well. I harvested a lot of cucumbers from just a small space. They were around 4 seeds, and I harvested a lot. So in a few weeks, I know I'll start harvesting the vegetables that I've planted, especially the cucumbers. They take just 3 weeks, and you will start harvesting your cucumbers from the farm, fresh from the farm. So I am done. So stick around, do not go anywhere. Because today I'm baking a cake for my family. It is a simple cake. I am going to use carrots in my cake, so let me harvest a few carrots so that I can use for supper and also for my cake. I've been harvesting carrots here for some time now, and it is the best feeling to always save some coin, especially if you're cooking your favorite food. They have stayed in the farm for some time now, the carrots, and some are even tough to remove. I'm going to use the knife to remove those that have stuck inside, but they are okay. This is enough for today. Some I'm going to use for dinner, and some I'm going to use to bake our cake. We are baking today the carrot cake, and I'm going to use 2 cups of flour when I'm baking this carrot cake. I know most of you are used to me baking the orange cake, but today I've been flexible enough to also try out the carrot cake because I have a lot of carrots in the farm, and I'm going to use only 2 teaspoons of baking powder. I'll also put in the description all the ingredients that I'm going to use in this cake, so don't worry. Sometimes I measure my cakes, and sometimes I use just the eyes. You know what I mean. So I've put sugar. When I'm putting sugar, I always consider if I want too much sugar in my cake or not. So sugar is not a determining factor in cake making. That's my thinking. And because I saw a recipe that 2 cups of flour, you use 2 cups of grated carrot. And that's what I'm going to do exactly, because this is the first time I'm baking carrot cake, and I'm hopeful that it will turn out okay. I am going to use 4 eggs in my cake. I am that one person when I'm baking 2 cups of flour cake, I always use around 6 eggs, and I always separate the egg yolk and the egg white. But today I'm mixing them together. So I've mixed the 4 eggs with the 2/3 a cup of cooking oil and some lemon. I really love lemon in my cakes. I don't know why. I always put lemon in my cakes. So I'm going to whisk them and then now mix with the dry ingredients. So I had forgotten the lemon zest. I really love a zest in my cakes. If you do not have the lemon, you can use even the orange zest. So, but it's not too late because I had not finished mixing the mixture. So the butter, or you can say the butter. So I'm just going to mix it, but I will not over mix. I'm seeing that the butter is a little bit heavy, but let me trust the process. So I'm just going to mix it, and then I always add my essence at the end of the mixture. It is the last thing that I always add in my batter. So because today I'm checking, I do not have the vanilla, it's already finished, so I'm going to use the strawberry as my essence. I had greased the pan earlier, and also I had preheated my oven into 180 degrees, so I'm good to go. Everything is set, so I'm just going to pour in my baking tin, and then we are going to bake our cake. I am going to bake our cake for 45 minutes, but after 15 minutes you can open the oven and check if the cake is baking well. So stick around and see the end result. So it's raining outside. We always receive rain in the evening, so we'll have some evening tea with the family. The cake is around 5 minutes and then it will be done. I'm going just to check it and see if it is ready and then remove it from the oven. So I'm super impressed with this recipe. I think I'll be trying this recipe every single time because it's a very easy recipe. Any beginner can bake this cake. So because I've just checked and it is all done, and let me cut the cake and enjoy with some evening tea. Our cake turned out to be soft and also very delicious, so you can also try it out at home. Very simple recipe, very few ingredients, and you are good to go. Thank you so much for watching. If you have watched this video till the end, thank you so much. Be blessed. See you in my next video. Bye bye. Moja.